Hey everyone, it's your Crafter Crocheter back for another video. Today is going to be a tutorial. I am going to show you how to make the shawl that I designed. Yes, it is another flat bottom one. You can't really tell because it's curling, but yes. I used 3 sweet rolls for this in lemon berry. So, today I'm going to be using 1 cake it's a Karen Big Cake, and it is in the color Blue Hawaiian. So I'm also going to be using a 6.5mm hook, and normally I would start my shawls out with a chain, but I'm gonna try something different. So I did a foundation half double crochet, and I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. I did 27 of the half double crochet foundation row, and from there we are just going to start. Now for that shawl, I did not use a foundation row. I forget how many I chained, but you want it small at the bottom. That's what you want. You want it small. And since mine curls, I'm trying it this way to see if it won't curl this way. So do your half double crochet foundation row. I did 27, and come back and we will continue. So for now, I'm going to try to bend you down so you can see what I'm doing. This is probably going to be reversed for you because I haven't figured out that part yet. So I'm going to bend you down so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Does that work? Okay. So you were looking at my messy desk, part of it. So you're going to chain 4, 3, 4. Then you're going to turn your work. Now you are going to put 1 double crochet in the same stitch. Skip 1 stitch. So wherever your chain 4 is out, you want to put 1 double crochet in that same stitch. You want to skip a stitch, and then you want to put a V stitch in the next one. My V's are double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Then you want to skip the next, put a V stitch in the next one. And I am calling this shawl the Granny V because skip the next, put 1 in the next one, a V stitch in the next stitch. Just because it's using granny stitches and V stitches. So skip next, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the next. And this will be 1 tutorial, and you just repeat that. Skip 1, V stitch in the next. Skip 1, V stitch in the next. I had my air conditioner on today, and it is now hot in my room because my kid was freezing, so I had to turn it off. Now it's getting warmer again. It's getting too warm in here, and I don't like it. So you're going to watch me do this the whole way across. So you're doing a V stitch now. The next row will be a granny stitch row, but the ends will always be the same. And I'm going to show you what the ends will look like when I'm done. I'm almost done. I have this one and another V. I'm on my last V stitch. Okay. So I'm at the end. So this is what it should look like now. See? That's what it should look like. So again, you want to chain 4. This is row. So I am not counting the foundation row that we did. So this is row 1. The V-stitch row was your row 1. this next row is row 2. So you chain 4 and you want to put a double crochet in the same stitch where your chain is coming out. Now's where it gets interesting. So usually when you do a V-stitch, you go in the chain 1 space of the V-stitch. We are not going to do that. We are going to go between the 2 V-stitches. So I'm going to show you here. See, here's 1 V-stitch. Here's another one. We're going to go right here. So we are going to put 3 double crochets in that V-stitch. Now we're going to skip the next V-stitch and go in between the next V-stitch. So like I said, we're not going in the chain 1 space of the V-stitch. I'll show you. I'll show you again. So here's 1 V-stitch, and here's another V-stitch. We're going in between. So we're not going inside the V-stitches. So we'll go, wait, let me see. We'll go here, then we'll go here, then we'll go here, and here. So we're going between the V-stitches. And you're going to do 3 double crochet in the space between the V-stitches. It's not a chain 1 space, it's just a space. And we're going to continue that the whole way across the row. Now, the one that I did before, I used almost 3 whole skeins of lemon berry, which is not Burnett Pop, or sweet rolls. That's what they were. I'm sorry if I told you they were Burnett Pop. They're sweet rolls. I have a lot of them. So, as you can see, the little shadow that just came over is my kid. What? And once you get to the end, I'm going to explain what to do. Yes, kid? Go lay down. The door is not shut, so you can go out if you want to. Mommy's trying to do a video. Mommy's trying to do a tutorial. So, behave. Okay, so you did your last granny stitch. You want to go to your turning chain of the row before. So, you can either count 2 back. You want to go under the top of the 3rd. So you can either count from the bottom, 1, 2, 3, or you can count over 1, 2. So you want to put a V-stitch in that stitch. Chain 4, turn your work, and you want to put another V-stitch or another double crochet in that same stitch. Now that we did a granny row, we are going to do another V-stitch row. So you see the space, you see where your V-stitch is, you see where the 3 double crochets are. You want to go between them, so you want to go in this space right here. And you want to put a V-stitch there. And you want to go in between the 3. So okay. So you're looking at this different. So remember how we went into the spaces? We're doing the same exact thing. You see here, this is a granny stitch and this is a granny stitch. You want to go right in the middle there. So you want to put a V-stitch in every single space. I hope you guys like this tutorial. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell and you will be notified every time I do a video. It's beside the subscribe button. Now I'm coming to the end of my row already. Once you get the rows down, it goes pretty fast. So it works out pretty quickly. So you're at the end of the row. And you see the last, what you should have is the last thing. It should look like this. You should be ending here, and you'll have the chain 4 at the end that you did from the previous row, where you started from the previous row. So what you want to do is you want to count up 3. 1, 2, 3, and put a V-stitch in top of the third chain from the bottom. So this is what you should have so far. I'll try to lay it on the table if I can. So I don't know how I can get you guys closer to this. That doesn't look right. Okay, here we go. I'm going to put my hook in there so I can hold it. So what you'll do is, we just did a V row. We just did a V-stitch row. The next row is going to be a granny stitch row. And I will go through that with you again. But you see how it's like coming up on both sides. That is what you want. You want it to grow. I'm going to do one more row with you, and then you can make it as tall and as big as you want it. So you chain 4, put another double crochet back in that same stitch, and now you're doing 3 double crochets in the spaces. Not the chain 1 spaces in the V-stitch, but in the spaces between the V-stitches. I might save the other tutorial for tomorrow night. I have to stay up tomorrow night because we're getting our TV and stuff hooked up on Monday. And I have to get up. I have to clean my room up tomorrow. So I'm just gonna stay up tomorrow night. That way I don't have to rush. Yay, we're in the green. Woohoo, finally. I like to use striping yarn, I like to use striping yarn because it turns out very pretty with the striping yarn. I mean, you can do it in any yarn that you want. I just prefer to do it in striping yarn and definitely worsted yarn. But I mean, you can substitute any yarn that you want, honestly. It's your project, do whatever you want. I'm just giving you a tutorial on how to do it, that's all. Okay, I'm coming up to my last space. So I'm going to put 3 double crochets in there. And then again, I'm going to put a V-stitch in the top and the third the third chain of the turning chain. So it should look like this. Should look like this. If you can see that. See, this is the row that we were just doing, and it is the granny stitch. The row below that is the V-stitch. The row below that is the granny stitch. And you can repeat this pattern, but on the ends, it is always going to be a V-stitch in the top of the chain. Like I said, you can count from the top down 2, or you can count from the bottom up 3. It's your preference. So this is the shawl that you were doing. And I'm going to leave you with that. If you have back up here. If you have any questions, please message me at a crafty crocheter 1991 at gmail.com. If you have any questions, please send me an email over there asking if you have questions. That's the best way to get a hold of me. I will leave that email in the description box below if you have any questions. So, that is it for my tutorial. I hope you guys like this. Like I said, if you do, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. It doesn't really matter to me. And I will probably talk to you guys again tomorrow night. By the way, it is the 8th. It is 10:11 p.m. And I'm going to let you guys go. I've been meaning to do this tutorial. I'm glad I finally got it done. And I will talk to you guys probably tomorrow, like I just said. Bye!